The woman rushed into the hospital, only to find her once lively daughter now brutally beaten and in the intensive care unit. Fortunately, based on the girl's testimony, the police quickly arrested the four assailants. But on the day of the trial, the girl nervously recounted what had happened. She thought the assailants would be convicted, but unexpectedly, the assailants' parents had bribed the court. They completely ignored the solid evidence and released the assailants without charge. Watching the smug assailants, the husband's emotions instantly collapsed. He rushed forward and beat up a few of the assailants, but was immediately arrested by the police. Seeing the absurdity of it all, the woman's heart sank bit by bit. She silently bailed her husband out, and then prepared to take revenge on behalf of her daughter. Soon she found one of the assailants drinking at a bar, and hired someone to lure him into a car. She then drugged him. When the assailant woke up again, 3 days had passed. He groggily rushed home, but while going to the bathroom, he suddenly froze in place. The sensation in his lower body made him scream in terror. In the panic, he stumbled and fell to the ground. The police soon discovered him. Since he was involved in the case with her daughter, the police placed the woman's husband under 24-hour surveillance. No one noticed the woman. After carefully analyzing the four assailants, she discovered that one of them drank protein powder every day. This gave her a bold idea. She cut dozens of pounds of apples in half and threw away all the flesh, only keeping the apple seeds. She ground the apple seeds into powder, then secretly snuck into the assailant's house. She mixed the apple seed powder into his protein powder. The next day, after the assailant drank the protein powder, he immediately had a reaction. With difficulty breathing, the assailant collapsed to the ground, unable to move. Under the woman's careful dosage control, the assailant didn't die, but was completely paralyzed and bedridden. Next, she went to another assailant's house, carefully faking the scene where the apple seed powder was made. She also searched online for how to make drugs. Before leaving, she pulled out a lighter, deliberately setting off the smoke detector. Meanwhile, while the police were questioning the assailants in the hospital, one of them suddenly received a call about a fire. He quickly rushed back in the police car, but was caught by the police at the drug-making scene, and was immediately convicted of murder. When the woman arrived at the hospital, she saw the assailant paralyzed in bed. She took out an apple, and slowly approached the assailant. Looking at the furious but immobile assailant, the woman finally showed a long-awaited smile. Soon she found a detective, and asked him about the whereabouts of the last assailant. She was told that the assailant had gone missing recently. Helpless, the woman had no choice but to return home and wait for news. Meanwhile, the assailant went to the hospital to find his partner, and asked who was behind all of this. His partner, with his last bit of strength, explained that it was all the woman's doing, before lying down on the bed and dying. Seeking revenge for his partner, the assailant secretly sneaked into the woman's house at night, but when he entered, he found the house empty. It turned out that earlier that day, the daughter had seen the fate of the assailants on the news, and suggested the family go out for a day trip. But unexpectedly, the unwilling assailant found a neighbor and asked, and learned where they had gone.